I am having like the worst luck tonight. I wanted to film a really nice video. I wanted to do a nice tutorial. I recently picked up the Glamlite and Mikayla palette, and I went into detail about how I got it at CVS and I paid a really low price for it. I talked about the shadows. I talked about the palette. I talked about my experience with the Mikayla First palette. And then I looked up and realized that I was not recording any of that. So I just did this look off camera for no reason. I mean, I thought I was doing a video, but if you think about like the fact that there's no video, I literally did it for no reason. And like, I can't, like, I went back and looked and I have like a 2-second clip, but I'm like 99% sure I hit record and then I was like recording. And 99% of the time I look up to prevent this. And now I feel like those typical YouTubers that'll like talk on Twitter and they're like, oh, I did the typical thing where I didn't record, or I didn't have audio, or this didn't happen, or it paused and then I was still talking in the background. And like all the things that could go wrong have finally happened to me. Luckily, I've never been hit with the audio thing, but at some point it'll happen. I'm not holding my breath. So I doing my review of the Glamlite and Mikayla palette. It has this really cute glitter. The gold glitter, I guess I should say. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. You don't get to see the nice look without me digging into it, but you know, sorry about that, user error. So I first went in with Bro and I put that right in my crease to use as a transition shade because there's no like browns in the palette that I could have used. Stobbies is in there, but it's more of like that glitter metallic kind of a thing. I said that I feel like a lot of these glimmer shades kind of show up more as like shimmer metallics. They act sort of like a glitter because whenever I go in with my brush, they kind of dig up a little bit and they get that chunkiness that like a glitter sometimes has, but they apply with a brush. Like I applied the shade Dreams on my upper lid and Insane on my lower lid, which is how I feel right now, and they applied great with a brush. Now I do have to say the area right here, you can kind of see a little bit of it. I mixed Beauty Kills on top of Bro and blended that in together, and it's patchy here, and then you can see this little dot. Now I don't know if that's because like I have a lot of skin and I have a hooded eye. My whole eyelid situation is just really insane, but I have this little issue and like all in through here is just kind of ugh. And I don't know if it's me or if it's the palette. And that was the reason I didn't want to get this palette, because I had bought the first one and said it was incredibly patchy and like the shadows were pretty. I thought the formulas were good, but it just didn't like apply well. And I mean, the formulas felt nice. They felt nice and buttery and creamy and like that they were going to work well. But then on application, that's where it didn't work. And like shadows can look great and act like they're going to act great and be a good shadow, and then they just turn out that they're not. So that's what we're working with now. I don't hate it. I actually think I like a lot of these shades, and I think that a lot of these shimmer metallic things are able to redeem the palette and keep it going. I definitely want to do a look with the purples and blues and try and see how they turn out, because they're incredibly hard shadows to formulate. So I feel like if they could make those work decent, then this is overall a decent palette. I had picked this up at CVS when I went in for a prescription at the pharmacy, and they had one of those little stands that's like made out of cardboard. It has 4 sides. I think this one might have had 2 or 4, somewhere around there, and it was one just like set up as you're walking out the door. And I saw they had this and I was like, oh my gosh. So I ran over and I'm like, nobody come around me, I'm looking at this first. And they had the lashes and the brushes. I'm not sure if there were sponges or not. I feel like there were, but if there might not have even been sponges in the collection. I honestly don't know. It's been so long ago that the palette came out that I'm not totally sure what all was in the collection with it, but there was no highlighter, and I was so bummed about that because I really wanted the highlighter. But they did have the palette, the price tag at CVS, it said $42, which I think it was $48 on the Glamlite website whenever it first came out, because I looked into it and then I was like, oh, $48. Sorry, I can't do that right now. Sorry, Mikayla. And like, I like Mikayla, but I don't have a TikTok, so I don't follow her on TikTok. You all know the whole TikTok saga with me, but I have seen her videos on Facebook, and I really like the way she applies her makeup. I really like her style. I feel like she definitely tries a lot of things, and that's kind of the style that I've been trying to emulate, not because of her, but just in general, to like amplify my own skills and see how well I can like actually apply makeup whenever I try. And I had been wanting to try the palette ever since I saw her video where she did that really pretty green look. And I feel like along the lines of that. I just don't have any black in it, but I think I might do some liner, but I'm not going to do lashes. I'm just going to do mascara. But so I wanted to pick this palette up, and I was super excited that it was there. And then I had coupons. I ended up getting this palette half off, and I'm super excited that I could do that because then I was able to get it, review it, and if I don't like it, it was only $20. So, I mean, and I don't think it's bad. I'm actually not, I think I might be done. No, I'm not done. I didn't know why I closed that. But we just went in with Insane on the lower lash line when I was not filming. I thought I was. And then I look up and it says 000. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I went and looked and I had like a 2-second video. And I was like, was this when I thought, like, I hit record? Then I was like, let me hit record, and then I hit record and it actually turned it off, so then I wasn't recording the whole time because I've done that. So I'm gonna go with glazed because it seems like a very traditional white, sort of with like a little bit of a yellow undertone to it. And I'm gonna put that on my inner corner and just kind of blend it down and up so it blends into that green shade and makes it look a little cohesive. It's very white. I'm not sure how I feel. I like a white, but on this look, I don't know. It is giving that like blue-green shift. So I do like that because it definitely goes with the look. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I think she had glazed in the last palette, if I'm not mistaken. I could get it, but I'm too lazy right now. This shadow, I picked up a bunch. And then I tap on my little tissue that I have here. And a bunch of flakes fell off. So that's not good. I'm not really feeling that. But it's not bad, and at least it's like getting tapped off on the tissue and not on my face because I do have a lot of fallout right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do my makeup off camera, and then I will be right back to show you the final look. Okay, this is the finished look. I ended up doing sort of like a tight line eyeliner just above my lashes because I ended up using the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Uncensored Mascara. You can see my short. I will try and put that in the eye for you guys, but you can see more of that in the short. But I went ahead and used that, and I just felt like I needed a little bit more, like, I needed it to add a little bit something just to remind people that, hey, my lashes are here, even though the mascara is not doing much. But I really did like this look, and I think this eyeshadow palette's not bad. I think if you can pick it up on sale or get a discount in some way, definitely do it. But don't spend full price money to get it because it's just, it's definitely good. I feel like these shadows are definitely unique, and they definitely, like, aren't something I've seen in a long time. I don't really honestly even know if I have these kind of shadows in my collection, but I think it is really cute, and I really like this lip paired with it. I went over top a ColourPop and Kathleen Lights lippy, like a lip, what is it? A lipstick, basically, just a plain lipstick. And I went over top with one of the Maybelline Lifter lip glosses, and it is like stunning. I think it goes really well. I want to do something very, very basic with this eye because I didn't want to make the lip stand out too much against the eye, but I also wanted some of that like shine from the lip gloss because my eyes are poppy, so I want everything to just be poppy. And like I even have a dewy primer and a dewy foundation on, so it definitely adds a little bit of that shine to the rest of my face. I really like this makeup look, and I do like this palette. I definitely say it's a good one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you going to check it out? Do you like Mikayla? Do you have any other products you'd like me to review? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload the next video. Stay tuned for that one, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye!